For the last century, the United States and the West were the undisputed kings of mega infrastructure. Projects like the Hoover Dam served as the global benchmark, proving that Western engineering could harness nature on a scale no one else could match. But today, that momentum has stalled. Modern Western infrastructure is often defined by aging systems and a political process where a single project can spend 10 years in a cycle of approvals and budget debates before construction even begins. This gap in execution is visible in the timelines. While an American project might take 2 decades just to clear legal and political hurdles, a Chinese megaproject often moves from an initial blueprint to full operation in under 5 years. China has spent the last 20 years pouring more concrete and laying more high-speed rail than most nations manage in a century. They've brought entire new cities online, while the world still debates a single bridge. These projects are being completed at a pace that bypasses traditional international norms. China is simply building at a scale that ignores the conventional rules of engineering and approval, forcing the rest of the world to realize how far the balance of power has shifted. To understand why Western observers are in shock, we have to look past the sheer volume of these projects and examine the 3 distinct typologies of China's infrastructure strategy. The first typology relies on brute force. When a mountain, a river, or a desert stands in the way of a national objective, Chinese planners don't build around the obstacle, they engineer it out of existence. The Three Gorges Dam is the ultimate example of this. It isn't just a barrier, it's the most powerful energy machine ever built, stretching over 2 kilometers to harness the full power of the Yangtze River. Reshaping the river on this scale required relocating over 1 million people and moving literal mountains of earth. The resulting reservoir is so massive that its weight actually caused a documented shift in the Earth's rotation. That same refusal to negotiate with geography is what made the Qinghai-Tibet Railway possible. To cross a plateau 16,000 feet high where oxygen is too scarce for survival, engineers had to build a rail system with pressurized cabins, treating the train cars like high-altitude aircraft. This exact strategy is also visible in the south-to-north water transfer project. This massive logistical network moves nearly 14 billion cubic meters of water across thousands of miles to turn northern deserts into fertile, productive farmland. These projects prove that China possesses the coordination and resources necessary to conquer nature itself, physically altering the landscape to suit its long-term goals. The second typology is about architectural soft power. Here, the goal is to project a sense of dominance by creating structures that appear to defy traditional physics. The Shimao Wonderland Hotel completely ignores the traditional convention of building upward. Instead, engineers took a deep, abandoned rock quarry and built 16 of the hotel's 18 floors directly into the cliffside, with the bottom 2 levels descending entirely below the water surface. In Chongqing, the Raffle City complex features a 12,000-ton horizontal skyscraper called the Crystal. This massive glass tube is balanced directly across the tops of 4 vertical towers, 250 meters in the air. The Morpheus Hotel in Macau takes this concept a massive step further. Its free-form exoskeleton, a complex web of steel and aluminum wrapped around the exterior, supports the entire load of the building, which allowed architects to eliminate the need for traditional internal columns. This phase of construction demonstrates that China is no longer just building for utility. These projects are designed to assert a futuristic, untouchable aesthetic that makes the aging cores of Western cities look like relics of the past. The final typology is the transition of construction into a high-speed, automated manufacturing pipeline. You can see the results of this manufacturing speed at the Daxing International Airport. This 75 million square foot starfish-shaped terminal was built and brought into full operation in just 4 years, a timeline that would be impossible under traditional Western methods. To reach these speeds, engineers prefabricate entire sections of a building in a factory before shipping them to the site for final placement. It is how a 57-story tower like Mini Sky City can go from a foundation to a finished skyscraper in exactly 19 days. At the Yangtze Dam project, China is taking this further by removing human workers entirely. Autonomous bulldozers and massive 3D printing cranes are building a 590-foot structure, with AI-controlled machines laying down layer after layer of concrete around the clock. Other futuristic techniques are becoming standard, such as self-healing concrete that repairs its own cracks, and heavy-lift drone fleets that transport materials across mountain ranges where trucks cannot go. By treating construction as a real-time, automated manufacturing process, China has bypassed the limitations of manual labor, making traditional building methods obsolete. These projects are interconnected nodes in a strategic machine designed for ultimate autonomy. They serve as a proof of concept for a system that can execute at a scale the West is no longer equipped to handle. This same blueprint of speed and scale is now being applied to astrophysics and space dominance. The Fast Radio Telescope, with its 500-meter-wide aperture, allows China to monitor the cosmos with more sensitivity than any other instrument on Earth. Between the Tiangong Space Station and the East Tokamak fusion reactor, often called an artificial sun, China is using its construction model to chase the goal of infinite energy and a permanent presence in space. The core truth is that the West is in shock because China has proven it can align long-term vision, funding, and execution without the paralysis of political gridlock. While the rest of the world debates the future, China has already built it.